scratch it up. Music take faster.
Brendan. I'm one of the founders of a company called SOUNDWAVE. We're happily based in Dublin, building a little something that we're calling the SOUNDWAVE app. So I just want to give you a very quick and concise overview of what we've been up to recently. So basically it all started when we really were curious to know what songs people all around us were listening to. We wanted to make sure we weren't the only ones that were curious or had this kind of desire to figure out what songs people were actually playing as opposed to talking about or purchasing or any other type of metric. And luckily there was other people that were interested in this information too, Bono especially. So I just want to play a little clip of Bono, if there's audio. If there's not, that's no problem. I thought that might happen, so what it is, I just quickly transcribed what Bono said as well. He said, in an interview about 4 years ago, he said, in a time soon coming, we will actually get to understand what people are listening to as opposed to buying. Wouldn't you actually love to be able to find out what people are actually listening to? That is going to change the game for everybody. And I suppose what we have in our application is an app that tracks what songs people are listening to, where they are when they're listening to those songs, and the time that they listen to those songs. So you can quickly and very easily plug into different people, different groups of people, and different locations in real time and see what songs those guys are playing. And I'll show you guys that in a little minute. I just kind of wanted to frame the space that we're in. So we found it really interesting to see and study what came before us. So back in the day, Facebook came out and they had check-in, Facebook check-in, and that kind of said, you know, I'm here. And then Twitter built on that, and they had Twitter, obviously. It said, I'm here and this is what I'm saying. Instagram came along and they had, I'm here and this is what I'm seeing. And now we have, I'm here and this is what I'm listening to. Except for I forgot to update that slide. So the way the app works is very simple. Once the app has been downloaded and put onto your phone, either an Android or an iPhone, every time you listen to music through your existing music player, we're able to track in real time the songs that you're playing. We can also ping your location and timestamp that too, so we get the full suite. What's really cool and something that we've been working on very hard in the last number of months or so is that not only are we now able to pull from the traditional music player without disrupting your music flow, but we can now pull from all other players as well. So if you're streaming your music on Spotify or using Deezer or Pandora or 8Tracks or your existing music player or any type of music player on your phone, we're able to tell in real time without disrupting the flow what you're listening to. And that's something we're particularly proud of because a lot of people told us, especially for iPhone, that wasn't possible from a technical point of view. And if it was possible, then Apple would never, ever allow it. And we're happy to report that we have been working with Apple on this, and they're more than happy, and we've had it approved by the App Store. So we're particularly happy about that. There's two core emphases to the application. The first is the social element, so the idea that you can leverage your existing social relationships and find out what songs your friends are listening to and use that as a mechanism of discovery. So very easily I can log into the app with Facebook or with email. If I log in through email, we'll cross-compare all of your Facebook friends with our database of SOUNDWAVE users, and you'll automatically be following all of your Facebook friends that already have SOUNDWAVE. So in 2 clicks, you can go into any of your friends. You can see what songs they've been playing recently, what activities they've been doing, if they've been liking, disliking songs, sharing songs, any of that. And you can very easily filter down and see what songs they've been listening to the most. So we ran a closed beta over the last 12 weeks or so. We had about 800 people on the app, including Stephen Fry and Mark Cuban are both on the app using it now. And we found it was just really compelling. People were really curious just to know what people that they would follow on Twitter, on Instagram, or any other kind of social media service to figure out what are they actually listening to, as opposed to what we found the only other alternative information was what people are tweeting about or sharing or any of these kind of other kind of periphery types of information. So the idea that you can actually plug in and in real time see this intimate information about what somebody's actually listening to is an idea that people really resonated with people. The second area that I suppose the app covers is a bit of a location element. It's kind of a novel new way of finding music. We think it's kind of cool. A lot of people in the beta really liked it as well. Very simply, you can open up a map. You can navigate to anywhere in the world. You can draw a circle around that area, and in real time, it'll tell you the songs that are being played in that area. And you can toggle back and forth to see the top played songs and the most recently played songs. You can then filter down by different genres as well. So kind of a cool use case is if you're into hip-hop, you can pan over to Brooklyn, New York, draw a circle around it, filter by hip-hop, and now you're plugged into the latest, greatest breaking tunes coming out of that area. So people get a good kick out of using that tool as well. Once you have discovered a song, you have a full suite of capability, so you can preview the song, you can stream the song in SoundCloud, you can watch the YouTube video, you can purchase it through iTunes, and you can share it into other networks as you see fit. We're now working on an export playlist feature as well, so essentially the app will become a window shopping exercise. So you can go into your music world, you can dabble and see what everybody's listening to, pick the songs that you want, and then you can export them to Spotify or to a purchase playlist or any type of list that you would like. The business behind it all, we're really interested in the data. We're really especially interested in serving this data back to the music industry again. Right now they're really suffering from a shortage of data, so the fact that we can come back to them and show them a real-time dashboard about where people are, what they're listening to, how often they're listening to it, which material is being listened to, and how often is really, really very valuable information. And we've been working with everybody from the very small bands right up to the major labels and validating that there is a need for this type of information. So a small band could go along and play, an Irish band could go along to London, play a gig on the Monday night in London, and they can wake up on the Tuesday morning and see in real time how many new listeners, how many new fans they have as a direct result of that action of playing the concert. So over time what they can start doing is they can start correlating their actions with the reaction of their market, which are the listeners in real time, and really give like deep, valuable marketing insights into what they're doing. What we feel is different on this end as opposed to other competition that you guys may be familiar with or know about, like companies like Music Metric or Next Big Sound. These guys have really validated the need that there is a need for data or for music analytics. For data analytics in the music space, but what these guys do, I suppose, are they scrape from other third parties. So they'll pull down from streaming services, they'll pull down, Facebook links or shares, or how many times somebody's looked at your Wikipedia page. And this is all, again, periphery information, dodging around the fact that they don't have the ability to plug in and directly find out real-time information about what people are actually listening to, which, again, we feel is by far the most important metric. So the idea that we can do that and that we can serve it back up to the industry in a real-time marketing dashboard is something that's really exciting the music industry. Secondary to that, something that we're just kind of playing around with at the minute is we've obviously built our own API that powers our app, but we've had a lot of requests from other third-party developers to see if we'll open up our API so that they can have access to this information too. So an example would be if you guys are familiar with the social app Banjo. It pulls in your Foursquare, your Twitter, your Facebook, and puts everything on a map. And they really want to use our API as well. So not only can they show the tweets of an area and the check-ins of an area, but they can actually show the real-time music feeds of an area as well. And finally, just one last thing on the location I forgot to mention is. Really, it's the span of the location that's really exciting. Is not only can you just put a circle around a particular country and see the top trends of that country, but you could put a circle around this building and see the top played songs of Music Tech Fest. You could put all of us into a group so that we could remain in a group, and then in 6 months' time, when we've all dispersed and we've disbanded and we're not connected anymore, we can stay in touch and see what are the new songs that this group of trendsetters are now listening to. So it's a way of leveraging your networks and leveraging your locations to see new trends as they emerge. And that's pretty much it. So I thought I'd give you a quick overview.
Any questions from the guys from SOUNDWAVE? Okay. There's one. 1 second.
Sorry, I might have missed it. You might have already said it. When do you come out of beta?
We're actually closed beta now, and we will be launching next month. So we've a number of really exciting distribution channels that we're not allowed just yet name, but we've been told to get out of beta and shut down everything until launch next month.
Okay, cool.